Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. See, normally I do not make a video when Claude or Codex or Gemini add a new feature, okay, because they keep adding and there's no point adding so many videos for every feature they add. But then there is one feature which Claude has added very recently, which is basically a game changer for me. And I wanted to share that with you because that's not like a typical feature here or there, that's something significant and that can help us do a lot more things remotely. That's why I'm going to show that particular feature to you today so that you can also try to use that. And the other reason is, as you know, the name of the channel is the context engineer, and what feature we are going to explore today that has a lot many things to do with the context. And that's the other reason why I want to show that to you. So to show that, let me open the Claude desktop app for you. Okay. So team, this is the Claude desktop app. You may have seen this, but there are some new changes recently which got launched. Let me talk about that. So here you have this new home button. Previously there used to be Claude Chat, Claude Cowork, and then we had Code. But now that Claude Chat and Claude Cowork have been removed from there, instead of that they have this home button right now. Okay, home and code. Now when you click on this home button, you will see this interface. And as you can see, here we have the chat and the Cowork right now. So that's the first major change they have done. So in the sense, they have combined chat and co-work under home and they have kept code separately, which is this. Okay. So that's the first thing. So let's go back here and this. Now within this, if you just want to do the regular chat option, you can select this and you can do the chat option. But if you want to do co-work, that is if you want to do some kind of knowledge work, you can use this. Now this is the desktop app. Please remember that. Okay. This is not the Claude.ai online version. Cowork was always part of the desktop app. Cowork was never part of the online chat so far, but this upgrade makes that possible. That's the first thing. The second thing is using Cowork. Using Cowork, what you can do is you can connect it to any local folder on your machine. Okay, on your laptop. It could be a Windows laptop or it could be your Mac also. You can create a folder over there and you can access that or connect that with Cowork. But on point of that, you can access that folder itself remotely. That's the main thing. You can access that folder remotely just from your phone or from the web or from any other machine also. So that's the major upgrade they have done. So far that did not exist. Now before I do that, let me go to the web chat and I'll show that also to you. Alright team. So if you look at this, this is the web chat. This is not the desktop app. This is cloud.ai.new. So if you look at it, it looks exactly like the web chat. I mean, like the desktop app, more or less. You see there is this home button which has again the chat and the co-work and you have the code. Now the thing is, this co-work, like I mentioned previously, did not exist in the cloud.ai. It only existed for desktop applications because we used to combine that with a particular folder and show that and then work on that folder within that folder in the Cowork application. But now they have given this option. So let's try to explore this further. Okay, chat anyway, you know it. But in Cowork, you can see that there is an option for a project and then there is option for manual and skip all approvals. Let's keep it to manual for now. Here you can select any of the models. You can select Fable and whatever. So let's keep it to 4.8. No need to go to chat, keep it to co-work. But here when I select, now in this list it will be showing me the list of the projects. Unfortunately I cannot expand this because this will be showing the projects on my machine, but I'm going to find a different way to do that. I'm going to find a different way to tell you about that. Okay, just hold on for a little bit. So first I'm going to go to the command prompt. As you can see, I'm in the root prompt. So here I'm going to say make directory co local to cloud. Let's call it local to cloud. Okay, cd local to cloud, and then I'll just say dir. Obviously there is nothing in this folder. Now this local to cloud folder is on my local Windows machine. What I'm going to do team is I'm going to stop sharing for a little bit. I'll go back to my Claude code. I'll try to add this folder and then once it gets added I'll show that to you. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And just to add, our first activity will need to be done in the desktop app, not the web version. So it's basically, the direction is if you want to access something on your desktop from the cloud or from the app, you basically first need to create that folder and do whatever action you have within the desktop app first. Later on, you can access that from different places. Okay, so that's what we have to do. So let me go to the desktop app and I'm going to be adding or mapping a project with this particular. Okay, now I'm back to the desktop app. If you see here, there is this option called project or folder. Now, what we have to do here, and I cannot show that to you because it's going to show me the complete list of all my folders, which I cannot share. But what we can do is, once you go and select here, it will show you the list of options. And one option will be to add an external folder. Or, sorry, not an external folder, a folder on your machine. And that's what I'm going to do. I'll stop sharing. I'll do that once it gets mapped. I'll show that to you. Okay. So I tried to do that option. It says allow Claude to change the files on local to cloud. Now this is the same folder which I just created over here. Okay. So it's basically asking me if I'm allowing and giving permissions. I'll say always allow. Now you can see the thing which I was just talking about. You have this local cloud over here. Now this is the desktop app. This is manual. Keep it to manual. This is on Cowork. Remember all these configurations. Now I'm going to say, hey, what do you see in this folder? Okay, so now it's going to ask me access. I'll give that access to it. So here it basically performs the entire context operation. Obviously in this folder there is nothing, but you have progress here, you have outputs here, you have the other context here. Right now the context is basically the local to cloud folder, right? It says the folder is empty, no files, no subfolders. I'll just say, hey, can you create an Excel spreadsheet which has some sales data, dummy sales data. I'm just creating something for the sake of it, just to show you. Okay. So as you can see, even now, we are in the desktop app and it is trying to do all these operations. But the way it starts, presenting the facts to us is on the left side. We have the different folders on the machine. They have projects, we have scheduled tasks, we have dispatch. Dispatch, as you know, is one way to do the remote operation. But then this is a little inconvenient operation. I never liked this operation. Customize is for skills and plugins and things like that. If we ever need something, we can do that. And then whatever projects we work on, like I've been working on a Fable 5-ish project, Windows laptop. This is the Windows laptop which is basically connected. Okay, this is my Mac Mini which is connected over here, and then there are some other projects which I've been working on over here. So anyway, so coming back here, so that's your left structure. Here the operation which you are doing is going to happen over here, and then in the right side, if you can see, based on this task, it will create a mini project plan for you. Build sales data, add summary sheet, recalculate. It's basically creating a project plan for you. Okay, and then this will be the output. It will show you the output, and then what is the context which has been provided. Now you can see that it's the one context was basically the local to cloud folder which we created. But then there is a skill, Excel skills, because I asked it to create an Excel file. It used an Excel skill. So Claude itself has this Excel skill inbuilt, and you can actually add more skills here, and that can also get invoked automatically. But in this case, it is using the Excel skill, and it's doing that operation. Let's wait till it completes. It's still doing that, updating the task. You see, it's finished the first activity now, or maybe it's in the first activity. Once it's complete, it's going to strike it out. So it's still running these skills. So it's completed first and second activity, doing the third one. Again, this is all going to be dummy data which we asked. But since we asked, it has to complete the activity, so it's doing it. So let's wait and watch. Again, my idea is not to create this file for a specific reason. I want to show you how this gets visible from either the web options or using the phone. Phone I cannot show you, but I'll probably share a screenshot or something. But definitely we can see that in the web chat. Okay, as you can see that it is creating this file. It created the file in the folder, what's inside, a sales tab, summary tab, and all that. Fine, it's completed. Now let's go back to the command prompt and say dir. Okay, so you can see that the file is over here. Okay, and this is the file on my local machine. Let me open that and see the data. Okay, so it's created this file for us, right? So that part is done. Now let me do this. Let me close everything, and I'll be going to the Claude chat now. Okay, in fact, let me go to the Claude desktop app. I'll close that. I'll go to the command prompt. I'll close that. We don't need all this right now. So I'm just closing all that one by one. And then this is basically the Claude chat now. Again, we have to refresh this a little bit. Let me refresh that. And then when you scroll down, you will see what I'm talking about. If you scroll down, you'll see folder contents. This folder was created by Claude. Now, because there's been a little change, it's going to ask us to sign in again. So let's do that. Once you sign in team, the folder contents was the name it gave to you. You can actually rename it as, call it local to cloud or something. The same name you can give it in the session. So this local to cloud is basically now mapped to the local to cloud folder. You can see it says local to cloud folder, but this local to cloud folder is now on the cloud. Although if you remember, you had created that on your local machine. Now this is on the cloud. So this folder is empty and all that. This is our previous chat. So now we are not in the local desktop. Now we are in the remote session. So let me ask, hey, is what can you see in the data file? What's the total revenue? Let's see what it says. So now it has access. So it will basically create a sandbox. Okay, it has access. It will create a sandbox on the cloud in your account in Claude, and it is going to put the access and read that file, everything on the cloud. Although you had the files on your local machine, now this is happening on the cloud, but it is also going to sync it. So let's try that. So read so total revenue it's saying, okay, the file has two sheets. So basically this file, if you remember, was created in the local desktop, but now it is available over here. So let me say, hey, can you create another file similar to this file, but in INR currency? Okay. So I'm giving it a task for it to create another file on the cloud local to cloud folder. Okay. After that, we'll go back and check it in the laptop's own local to cloud folder if it has created that. Let's wait for some time. But in the meantime, you can see all those other options are still available here: the chat, the projects, the artifacts, the schedule, the customize. And here, the previous this thing you had seen in the Cloud desktop app. Now it shows you that the output data which was created, the context, and the Excel file. So now it's asking me a design decision. I'll build this as a faithful INR. Okay, let me grab. It's adding those tasks over here, and it's getting the rates. All these intelligent things happen, right? So let it keep happening. It's doing all these operations for us, being agentic in nature. Let it keep doing all that. So I think you can appreciate the importance of this kind of activity. So we can, connect our Claude AI to multiple laptops in multiple folders in a given laptop and keep working on those things remotely if you want. I mean, again, I don't think if we can do heavy technical tasks, but if we are still doing some operations, you can definitely leverage this. Again, I don't recommend you to do this any of your official laptops, but if you're having multiple personal laptops, you can definitely take advantage of this. Keep continuing to work, because for me the dispatch option is a little inconvenient. It never worked properly for me, and it's like a continuous text wall of text, and difficult to track anything on that. But then here it is going to be individual folders like this. So that's something which is really impressive to me actually. So let it keep continuing to run this remaining steps and create the INR file for us, and then we'll see the next steps after that. And team, one thing, I'm on max plan, which is basically the $100 plan. Okay, I'm exactly not sure whether this is available in the pro plan. So I would like you guys to try it out, okay, and see if this is available in the pro plan. I'm not even sure if it's going to be available in the free plan. We can check that in the website though, but I would rather have you do that for me. You can even try and see if it works for you. That's one thing. The other thing is, I would say, before you try this, right, just upgrade the Claude app on your phone, on your laptop, and everything. Keep the latest version, because these things have been recently added. In fact, a bunch of things have been added to this. Even a bunch of things have been added to the ChatGPT Codex also. Codex have also started some kind of co-work, but they call it just work. I don't know if you have seen that. Let's see if I can pull that one for you while this comes up. Okay, so this, like you see, this is the Chat GPT Plus now, and under Chat GPT you have chat and work, just like what we saw that in the the Cowork. Instead of Cowork, it's called work here. But again, I have not tried to see whether that maps with my local machine yet. I'll probably do it after that. But I just wanted to show you this. Okay, so you can try this one also. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so it's doing something. It's created INR also. So let's go back to the local folder and see if it's created INR. Okay, I'm back into the folder. Now let's do a dir. So you can see that there is the INR data also, like this one, the INR data also. I know you trust me, so I'm not going to be opening this file, but let's now try to open that from the same application over here on the desktop. Remember, this is on the desktop. I created this on the cloud, if you remember, on the cloud.ai, but now it is on the desktop. So let me go and paste it here, and you can see that the files are over here. So what we have done is essentially we have created this file in the Claude.ai chat, but using the Cowork option, and selected a particular folder. Now that same file is available over here for us in the local machine. Okay, so which means that you can map multiple laptops. Now I have myself mapped. If you go to my thing, I've mapped my my Mac Mini over here. Okay, similarly I have my Windows machine over here. So you can do that sort of thing. Do try it out and let me know if it works for you. I'm really interested to know if you are able to use this. This is an important feature, team, so that's why I wanted to share this. This is an important feature when it comes to context provision, because context is very important for an AI agent to work. And this is one important aspect of providing a context. You can also provide context through Google Drive, okay, but this is another important feature. All right, just wanted to show that to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.